guys, this next story. And is this a story or is this just something? It is a story. This is news for everybody. I know we have listeners who are probably going to go sign up to this just like we signed up to it. But Patreon has announced an incubator for creators that look like us. Creators of color. Stephanie, I think you stuck this in the rundown, right?
I did, and it was kind of as much for just the three of us to go sign up as it was to just let people know that there was another opportunity out there. So the initiative is called Pull Up, and Patreon's sort of mission with this is to connect and amplify creators of color and catalyze their creative independence. And this will be happening through capital, through consultancy type things, sort of mentorship type things, and partnerships as well. Issa Rae, Amanda Seales, there's some other well-known influencers that have sort of jumped on this bandwagon. So yeah, listen, any opportunity for people that look like me to build their business and get put on, you know what I mean? I feel like it's our responsibility as a media platform that caters to people of color, to get this information out there. It's funny, I was wondering, I was trying to get on Patreon earlier today, and the website kept going. It was down. I was getting 404 errors all, for a little while. I was like, did everybody hear this today? And they all trying to sign up.
Yes.
But yeah,
So
I figured.
I got in. They also have just for all creators, they have a huge Discord community for
Mhm.
patron creators. And for this pull up initiative, they have actually created inside of their overall Discord server, they've created a private channel specifically for people who are members of Pull Up.
See, now you're gonna make me
And
go back on Discord again.
oh, you might have to because I went out there and I'm looking and I'm like, okay, they either keep it very, very clean in the sense that there's just you don't see a lot of content, or they've got some kind of like I don't want to get into all the bots that you have on Discord, but once I got in, I actually asked for permission. I'm sitting there. Once I asked a question, then it's like basically it wasn't even a question. I was like, hey, what up? What up, Discord? How is everybody doing today? And then I got like answer. So it's
Of
active
this specific pull up
of this specific
Discord.
channel, not just
Yeah.
the Discord server, this specific channel. So it's like, okay. So
Why
I,
you
I
sound
am
like that, Terrance? You sound
I'm
like
just
you just
interested to
tired.
see, if they're going to have training, if they're going, we use Patreon to support
Listen,
the
They
tech giant. We
listen.
talk about this darn near every week. If they're going to help us do better on that platform,
I ain't turning
I'm
down
not
no
going
money.
to
That's all I know.
exactly.
Why you sighing, man? Don't
I'm
be
not
like
looking no
that.
gift horse
This
in the
when
mouth.
I
I ain't
read
worried about them
this,
teeth right now.
uh, uh, the way I read this, and the
Hmm.
way my mind translate this is Patreon is leveraging these individuals, all these people you mentioned, Issa
Hmm.
Rae, Amanda Seales, Jade Nova, all these other people, and we're going to we're going to leverage is a better word for use. We're going to
Please use the right
leverage these
word.
people and their communities to get more eyeballs on Patreon and get these people to create these more communities, which ultimately will be good because people who look up to some of these influencers, celebrities, entertainers who are championing this platform will then be encouraged to start their own Patreons, maybe start on their own product, whether it be a podcast, whether it be whatever the case may be, and then that'll kind of kickstart their own thing. I don't see where Patreon is like really
No, they are. Capital was a part of the thing
who,
that they were.
capital. You could say capital all day
Wait a
long,
minute.
but
Hold on. There was a number. Hold on. Let
Yeah,
me
they have
let me look at
numbers.
the let me look at the let me look at the actual
so while
number.
you look it up, I'll just say, we're past the wake of George Floyd, where all these companies put up black squares, where all these companies said they're going to put all this money and we're going to start up diversity, equity, inclusion, and yada 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 yada. But really, did these companies actually say, I'm going to hire more black folks. I'm going to reach out to more diverse networks. We are going to put more Black folks on the board or in the C-suite or executives and really make the change? Or are we going to take advantage of this new opportunity to get more attention? And again, me being a skeptic, me being a cynic, the way I read this says, again, Patreon, we're going to get these names. We're going to get all these new people in here. They're going to open up Patreon accounts, and we're going to take a little piece of their money, all on the guise, quote unquote, of saying we're going to shell out all these money for this incubator, yada, yada, yada. I mean, that's just me being a skeptic, but it's just like, I want to see companies like really
put their money where their mouth is.
Really make change, not put up a PR release thing and say we're going to make change. Make the change. And whether you be public about it, that's your business, but make the change and then put up the PR and say, over the past 5 years, we've given influencers, yada, 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 $10 million, $20 million, whatever the number is. And these are the results. As a result, Jade Nova or Tim, I like this guy. His name used to be Timothy De La Ghetto, but I think he kind of changed his name because that sounds weird. As a result, I've been able to start from here to here, all thanks to the Patreon creators to pull up whatever the case may be. It just sounds like they're front loading this with all of this jazzy words, but we're at a time. I feel like we're at a time and a place to where I need to see the results. And then
I hear you, and I can't find anything.
Right.
I can't find anything about the money. That I might have been thinking of something else. There was another platform that did something similar that actually made like a
and it may be go ahead
$15 million investment or something like that. So I can't find an actual number. I mean,
and maybe we get in, and maybe we're
already in. So we're there. But
go ahead.
So let me just give you this perspective. I hear, and I don't really disagree with anything that you said. Here's how I'm looking at it. Before they announced this initiative, we use Patreon. We're actually relatively happy with how Patreon is, performing for us. So if nothing more than say, hey, if they say, hey, Robb, Terrance, Stephanie, why don't y'all come sit in this webinar? We're going to show you how you can be more effective with what you're doing with Patreon. If it is simply just that, and they're doing it well, because if we make this podcast more successful,
right,
we're going to be able to charge more fees and we're going to be more successful.
And we'll get more patrons
because
and we'll make more money. And it's just like,
exactly,
not that I'm standing for Patreon, but and I hate to sound like, we'll take whatever they want to give us kind of thing. But if there is something being offered, there is no real reason not to take advantage of it. That's the thing. It's not about taking scraps and just taking whatever they give us. And, and yes, it may just be, PR for them. But, to your point, Robb, if we can take it and make something out of whatever resources they have, where's the harm in that? You know what I'm saying?
So here's the other thing. I don't want to make assumptions, but I'm just going to guess and wonder what could be happening. As I said at the beginning of this story, Patreon already has a huge Discord server where just creators in general are on that platform. Could it be that they're looking at that platform and saying, we have a lot of faces that look an awful lot alike. What we could really do, how can we grow our numbers? How can we actually do better for Patreon as a company? If we can get, we know that there are diverse creators out there. They're not using our platform at the levels that their white counterparts are. So maybe if we do an initiative to try to say, hey, come take a look at us. Here's some of the things that we can do for you and your brand and your platform. Mm-hmm. Maybe, like I said, I don't want to look and go 9 levels deep on, okay, well, we was really just trying to get these people to do this. I'm looking at it from this standpoint.
And honestly, they may be pulling a Fox. How Fox had the black lineup with In Living Color and one-on-one at first and then, switched it up. But in the meantime, if there's something we can take advantage of to do us and to secure our own bag, why wouldn't we?
You're absolutely right. I just think from again from Patreon and some of these other ones, do it and then say, "Oh, look at all the things we did." Not,
I feel you,
"Oh, we're
but
gonna do all this
but again,
stuff,"
that ain't
and then
how
that's
companies
trickle,
run
trickle.
in
Yeah.
America.
Oh no,
They
they
like
they
to
gonna
be
get their
praised
shine off
for
of it. There's no
initiatives
question
and
about that.
praised for
So
work they haven't done, and the spin and the media. Yeah, I mean that's just how they do. That's just how they do. We're not getting away from that.
no, not at all.